Hi, I am Annie M. Bayot. My topic is about the preliminary and periodic report. A preliminary report. The preliminary report indicates the validity of a particular project. It takes into account the basic requirements when putting up a project or the considerations the proponents need to know. It is not as in-depth as a progress report. So, ang preliminary report ay parang isang pag-aaral sa kakayahang maisagawa ang isang proyekto. Ito ay isang dokumento na nagsisiyasat sa posibilidad ng isang proyekto bago mamuhunan ng malaking halaga ng oras at pera. Tulad ng isang ulat ng progreso na sumasabay sa aktwal na progreso at mga nakamit ng proyekto. Ang preliminary report ay nakatuon sa paunang pagsusuri at kakayahang maisagawa ng proyekto. The periodic report. A periodic report is written for the sole purpose of providing updates for the client who commissioned it. The report includes detail pertinent to the project status. It primarily uses statistical data that reflect the dealings made for the subject. A periodic report has two classifications, the routine report and the annual report. The difference between the two is that a routine report refers to a report written by an assigned employee or employees on his or her superiors. It includes the status of the company, the employees, the materials, and the like. It is a short term compared with the annual report. On the other hand, the annual report covers a bigger area than the routine report is the periodic report of the organization as a whole, taking note of transactions made by the company in general. It involves report made by the company officials regarding the organization's performance. So, ang periodic report ay isang dokumento na nagbibigay ng mga update tungkol sa progreso ng isang proyekto o operasyon ng isang organisasyon. Ito ay karaniwang ipinadala sa kliyente o sa mga stakeholder na interesado sa pag-unlad ng proyekto. Sa madaling salita, ang isang periodic report ay nagsisilbing isang paraan ng pag-uulat ng progreso at pagganap ng mga stakeholder. Ang routine report ay nagbibigay ng panandaliang mga update habang ang annual report ay nagbibigay ng isang mas komprehensibong pagsusuri sa pagtatapos ng taon.
And good day to everyone. I am Lance Jane Tigalbag. The topic that I would be discussing is about the annual report, and the next is the final report. Ginamit natin, naginamit or covering and for using it in a project like materials na ginamit. Annual reports is essential for the organizations here in the Philippines para ma-demonstrate nila yung tinatawag nating pagsunod within the regulations and to communicate with the stakeholders and communicate their performance to the stakeholders and also to maintain the public trust. All report have these importance and characteristics such as legal requirements where both private and government organizations in here in the Philippines are obligated to submit or prepare the annual report. It includes to the public accountability, government, financial institution, and lastly, the format and content of the annual report. Annual reports can be presented in various formats. from concise letters to detailed printed documents. It consists of 20 to 40 pages. Documentations, paragraphs, and figures. Final report. It contains the complete and detailed record of the project. Serves as the reference for the future projects or analysis. So when we say final report, yun yung mga tapos na, kompleto na. Next one is the element of the project. The next one is the sign, illustration of the project, and lastly the cost. So in the project history, and history of the project. So it gives the brief explanations in those project na gagawin mo. Bakit nga ba may history yung project natin? Kasi doon natin nalalaman kung saan nagsimula yung ating project, sino gumawa, sino nag-invent, or ano yung pinagmulan ng project na to. In the project design, it is about the design and methodology employed in the factors that we considered and the methods that we use and the results or the result that we achieve. Next, the illustration of the project, wherein we considered na yung as the visual illustration of the finished project and provides the clear understanding. Final understanding of its final form and features. And lastly, the cost. Naginamit or covering and for using it in a project, like materials na ginamit. And the final report is yun yung finished project na kung saan lahat ng mga detailed na kailangan from history to the cost ng project na ginawa nyo is nandoon na lahat palagay.
Good day everyone, my name is Yasser Rapate Kasim. So my topic is examination report. What is examination report? Examination reports are quite powerful writing words because they are influence decision making strategies and outcomes. The premise for any examination report is that is well researched and well written, as such has authority to make recommendation based on report's conclusion. An examination report is a formal document that summarizes the result, analysis, and outcomes of examination. These serve various purposes, including information stakeholders such as students, instructors, and educational administrators, and students' performance in understanding of the material covered in course or program. So there are three general classification of examination reports. These are reader, content, purpose. May deal with readers whose line of work involves technical scientific know-how. Number 2 is content, may involve groups dealing with performance, processes, structure, or material. Number 3 is purpose that report reflect the type of information target readers would be want to know. So these are the key elements of an examination report. Number 1 is title and course information. It's include the course title, course code name, the instructor examination date, and details about the student population. Number 2, introduction. Provides a brief overview of the purpose of examination, its scope, and what report aim to convey. Number 3 is examination overview. It describes the format of exam, types of question, multiple choice, short answer, and essay, duration of exam, maximum possible score. Number 4 is result summary. Present statistical data such as average score, highest and lowest scores, and overall pass rate. Number 5 is performance analyze. Analyze the collective performance of the students. Number 6, recommendation. Offers and suggestion of improvement. This may be include study resource review, seasons of changes of changes to teaching methods or exam formats aimed to addressing identified weaknesses. Number 7, conclusion. Summarize the findings of the report, reinforces the need of potential action based on a performance analysis. Number 8, appendices. May include additional data such as a detailed score distribution chart, comparative analysis with previous examination results, or a breakdown of performance by topic. Thank you.